You know what I've heard a lot in the last few weeks and actually the last few months? I hear financial advisors telling me, let's reconnect after April 15th. I'm just buried in tax returns right now. Things are really insane. And that last sentence, things are really insane. I've heard that sentence dozens of times over the last few years. And I want to tell you what actually happens to the advisor who says it, because it's not what you think. Here's the pattern. You tell me after tax season. April 15th comes and goes. Your inbox is still on fire for a week. A client needs a holdings review. A referral call comes in that you can't blow off. Then your kid has a thing. Then it's Memorial Day. Then you're prepping for a conference. Then it's July. And you remember you wanted to do the book. But now you open LinkedIn and the advisor across town, the one that you went to that CE event with last year, just posted that their book is live on Amazon. And here's the part that actually hurts. You don't hate them. You're happy for them. Of course, maybe a little professional jealousy, but you're happy for them. But you're quietly aware that the thing that you were going to do is now the thing that they just did. I wrote about this in my book, The Trust Economy. Chapter 9 is about a financial advisor named David. Pacific Northwest, retirement planning for small business owners. David talked about writing a book for 3 years. While he was waiting, a competitor published a book kind of like the Small Business Owner's Retirement Playbook. And that competitor got podcast interviews, CPA referrals, Chamber of Commerce speaking invitations. David's cost for waiting 3 years, and I did the math on this, was over $120,000 in lost revenue. Now, David eventually wrote his book, and it's great. It's doing well for him. But he wrote it playing catch up against someone who moved when he didn't. I got to name something directly here. Financial advisors don't have slow seasons. And even if you're not a financial advisor, you don't have a slow season. You don't have a when things come down phase. You have different flavors of busy. The version of you with a clear calendar, a quiet Tuesday afternoon, where you finally get to focus on those growth projects, that person doesn't exist. I've been watching this for years. The calendar never opens up, not for you, not for any professional that I've worked with. I have a list right now of people that I reach out to on a regular basis to keep up with long term. There's 48 names on that list. These are people that said, in a month or two, I'm going to be ready. And here they are 6 months later, and they still haven't moved yet because they're waiting for things to slow down. If your book is something that you've been planning to do when things slow down, I'm telling you plainly, it's never going to get done unless you do it now. Here's the thing though. Now for you is not just some giant project anymore. It's just an interview. Here's how my 1-hour book service actually works. You show up for one conversation, 60 to 90 minutes on average. I ask the questions, you bring the expertise that you already have. That conversation captures two things at once. It captures the content of your book and it captures your voice, which is what makes the whole thing possible. I turn that interview into a first draft in 7 to 10 days. You review it, I revise it, we publish. From the interview to a published book on Amazon, the whole thing is 30 to 45 days, depending on how much time it takes for you to review. You don't have to write a single word. You don't touch Microsoft Word. You don't lose a single prospecting call to this project. Now, if you're an advisor who's been telling yourself after tax season, or any kind of professional that says, when things calm down, we'll start working on this. Here's what I'd offer. Let's book your interview. Let's get it on the calendar right away. We can wait till after the 15th. It's only a week away. When you actually do have the tiniest bit of room, and that's all you need is a tiny bit of room. We do the interview, I get to work. And as of this recording, if we were to do that, your book could be live and published on Amazon before Memorial Day. You're going to spend that hour on something anyway. You might as well spend it on a call that is actually going to grow your business. You can DM me on LinkedIn. You can reply to the email that brought you here. Whatever you want, but you can get a hold of me and we can talk. And if you want the full picture on what waiting actually costs, you can grab a copy of The Trust Economy. Chapter 9 is the one that I keep pointing people to. I can send you a copy if you just ask for one. Thanks for watching.